Wow. So the question was, um, if you are in a relationship with your significant other, you're out and about doing whatever you're doing throughout your day, and you bump into your significant other, and it seems like with someone, how would you respond to that? Would you run over and cause a scene? Would you lay back just to see what was going on? What is it that you would do? And it was interesting that a lot, they would take pictures, monitor the situation, and then when they got home, they would produce the information to the person, and then they would go from there. Some people said that they would already have the bags packed, that they wouldn't want to hear anything, like it would just be a wrap. So it was interesting. As I said, I'm trying to pull up the questions and the answers. What the internet in here is kind of crazy, so I'm trying to see if I can pull it up so I can read the comments. If you have a comment on this, don't hesitate to radio.com on YouTube, where I can actually see your comments. And I'm going to be live for a few minutes, but I'm going to turn it off because Facebook does not pay us. Okay, so we're not going to stay on live for the entire duration of this show. But nevertheless, how would you feel about that? You're out and about, you bump into your significant other, and they seem like they're in an intimate setting on a date with someone else. How would you feel? What would be your response? What would you do? So let me tell you about a situation that happened to me. I was dealing with this young lady, and this was some time ago. And you call the person just to see how they're doing, what's going on, whatever. So I called her to see what was going on, and she actually told me that she wasn't feeling well. She was going to bed, and that was going to be it for the rest of the night. So lo and behold, me and a friend of mine decide that we want to go out. We hanging out with some female friends, and we decide we want to go to the movies. Who do I see in the line but my girl is standing in line waiting to go into the movie theater with another guy. Yes, exactly. With another guy. But you told me you were going to sleep. You were going to bed. Here you are standing in line waiting to go see this movie. So I spoke and start laughing because it was funny to me, like you're caught, you're busted. And all I could do was just laugh, like, spoke. I don't know what was going through her head or what she was thinking, but to me, it was funny. I didn't act a fool. She went to whatever movie she went to see. We went in and saw whatever movie we wanted to see. And that was basically it. So again, my question is, how would you react if you caught your significant other in a situation such as that? You can tell it's not just a friendship type thing. They're holding hands, they're close, it's intimate. She's obviously, or he's obviously on a date. What would you do? Talk to me. Let me know. Tell me what you would do. One of the guys that constantly writes in for the questions that I post, Rob, said that it would be over. He would flat blast both of them. And I can't read his exact comments because of the internet service in here. But he had me cracking up all through the week with the comments that he was posting. Like, he was adamant, like it would be over. There's nothing he want to say. There was another young lady, trying to think of her name in her comments. And she was like, oh, bags will be packed. There's nothing I want to hear. There's nothing you can say. Keep it moving, homie. So, like I said, it was a lot of funny responses to the questions, and I just want to know what you think. Let me see if I can pull this up now so I can read some of these comments. Because it was funny to me. It's funny, and the reason why I posted these questions. Hey, Lynn, I see you. Just recently, a young lady, and I say young lady because she's younger than me. She's in her 30s, so she's well within play. Decided that she, wanted to, I guess, come on to me or find out more about me, what have you. So, she works at one of my jobs, and we get to talking, and she's telling me how interested she is Now, I know her boyfriend. I don't know him. We're not friends or anything, but I know him. So I know she has a boyfriend. But she proceeds to tell me how they have broken up or whatever, and she's interested in dating me, yada, yada, yada. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know because I know the dude that you're dealing with. Anyway, and somebody's calling me. Um, she continues to, pursue me or whatever. And hey, Levon, we're talking, and then she's like, a sister is struggling. I need some help. A couple bills paid or whatever. And it got me thinking, is this what we're doing? Like, you want to have, because I know her and her boyfriend are still together. You want to have him, then you want to have me on the side. I guess we're going to have an intimate relationship because, as I said to her, I'm not signing no checks, giving out no cash dollars unless I'm in an intimate relationship with somebody. So she was like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We can have sex." You know what I mean? Because sister needs some bills paid and this, that, and the fourth. So again, another question for you people: is that what we're doing now? Is that what women are really doing? Like, you'll get in a relationship, you have your main relationship, now you're going to get involved with someone else, and this person is going to help you out with your bills per se. How does your man or your woman feel about that? What would they say if they found out that this is what you were doing? And isn't that considered cheating? Because that's the way I look at it. That's cheating. You are cheating. Because I promise you, it's not like you sitting down having a conversation with your significant other and say, "Look, although I'm in this relationship with you, I want to see other people, or I'm going to see other people." You know what I mean? Especially when you're living with the person. How does that work? You know what I mean? Because she lives with the dude. Like, I see you with the dude's son. You're walking around, you're doing things with his son. So how can you not still be together? Because if you're broken up, why are you still walking around with this guy's son? Because wouldn't his mother feel some type of way about that? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. It's amazing to me because I know it's been done. I know guys have done it. I know females have, whatever. But this is what we still doing. I thought if you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. Like, it ain't no side hookup. Are we serious? What are you saying, LeVar? You can't use a man for money. Good, as you shouldn't. No one should be used for money. Absolutely no one. Man, female, whatever, sugar daddy, cougar. No one should be used for money, especially if you're in a relationship. It should be 50-50. And I mean, if you're involved with someone, hey, can you help me out? But it shouldn't be a type thing where you're using them, and that seems to be what we're doing now. Like, one of the other radio show hosts, Carolyn Black, happy birthday, Carolyn. She said the game has changed. She said women now are doing what men have been doing for years. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that. And I mean, it could be a true statement. I don't know. I have removed myself, or trying to remove myself from the game, because I feel like I'm in a position where I no longer want to play games. Anybody who's about game, I'm not with it. I'm just not with it. It comes a time where people should grow up. You should get put Milton Bradley and life and all that stuff away. You know what I mean? Because you no longer want to do that. But it's to me like some people still want to play those games, and I'm just baffled by that. When do you grow the hell up? When do you grow up? Playing this type of game can get you hurt. So I don't know. Levon said, yeah, you can have a relationship after you break up with a person. I totally agree with that. I've been there. I still have relationships with females who I've no longer dealt with, but we have that relationship. Me and their mother may no longer have a relationship. I still have that relationship with the kids. This was different. This was somebody saying, "I'm no longer involved with this person." We no longer do this, that, or the other. He's with someone else. But my thing is, if I see you with his kid and you're telling me that you two are together, I know you're together. Because if you weren't together, you wouldn't have his kid and wouldn't be announcing to everyone that this is my stepson and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So it's a difference. You can tell. You can, if you watch people and the way people move, you can tell what the relationship is and if a person is lying. I mean, I know I can. You know, I guess it's because of the type work that I do, the training that I have. I can instantly tell by just watching someone when they're lying about a situation. So I knew she was lying. She's still involved with the person, and I'll tell you what I did. In fact, I called the guy, and I was like, "Wow, guess what? I just saw your girlfriend and your son uh, up here." And he's like, "Oh, yeah. They forgot something and they told me they had to come back up there and get it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Which only confirmed for me that you're still in a relationship. You know what I mean? But yet you still trying to holler at me. It's not going to work. Not going to work. So anyway, I can't pull up all the comments. Well, maybe I can. I can't seem to pull up all the comments of what people are saying, but let me know what you think about this, how you feel about it. Again, what would you do if you were out and about and you saw your significant other on an intimate date with someone? How would you feel? How would you react? Hit me up. Let me know what you would do or how you would feel about that. And is it okay, basically, to use people, like to just get involved with them? And I guess it's a whole nother relationship you having while you have somebody. So what are we juggling relationships now? Like, is that what we're doing? We juggling more than one relationship? How does that work? I'm curious because back in the day when I was in the game, people had roles. Everyone understood their role. If you got involved with someone, you were honest. Yes, I have a main person. I have a girlfriend. I have a boyfriend. But you and I can get together. You'll be my side joint, whatever. People understood that, and most of the time you were straight up and honest. You can't call the house because my dude or my girl is not going to go for that. And people understood it. Somebody's calling me, so let me see who this is. Hello, caller. This is Simply D from Be Mindful. How can I help you? Oh, they hung up. Must have been a bill collector. Anyway, you understood. Like the game was a lot simpler back then. Now it seems like people don't care. They don't care about your feelings. They just out to do them, and that's the way it's done now. Like, okay, yeah, I got a man at home. He don't need to know what I do, and I got a whole another relationship with this dude or this female. Really? Is that what we do? Is that where we at now with relationships? Come on, hit me up. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Talk to me. If you want to call in, if you got a comment, the phone number is 215-909-6070. Let me know how you feel about this before I jump to another conversation. Because I'm just baffled. I am really baffled about this. Like, why are you pursuing me and you already have a man? Why? Erica, what's up? Woo! Erica said she thinks most women are now worse than men. What's up, Erica? I miss you. That's my homegirl. That could be a true statement. Women seem to, I guess, have changed the game. Is that what we're doing now? Women have changed up the game, and they're really doing them, and they don't care what happens or what the consequences are. Again, I am baffled about this. I find this to be very amusing, and I just choose not to be a part of it. I just don't. That's me. I can't do it. I want a one-on-one relationship. It's just you and I. If we get involved with each other, that's what I want. Trust, honesty. It's just me and you. We're not sharing nothing with nobody else. I don't have another girlfriend here. You don't have another dude there. It's me and you one-on-one. That's what I want. I believe I have that. or working towards that. And that's where I'm at. Like, I don't want to be a part of this game. Yeah, hello, babe. So, I mean, do you out there want to be a part of the game? How would you feel if you found out your boyfriend or your girlfriend had a whole nother relationship across town or next door? How would you feel about that? Because it's crazy, but it gets done. It gets done. It's being done. And it seems like it's okay. I'm telling you, it's not. It's really not. But be up and let me know what you think. Because I am really curious. Really. Because and I don't want to seem like I'm going on and on, but I'm just baffled about this. Like, that's why I had to put the question up on Facebook. Like, okay, you are attractive female. She has a banging body. And guys, I've watched, guys do try to hit on her all the time. So my thing is, if you're hitting on me and you already got one dude at home, how many other dudes are you taking numbers from and involved with? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. How many other dudes are you involved with? Because this is crazy to me. If you can do it with me, or trying to do it with me, how many other people are you trying to do it with? How many? That's what I like to know. And sometimes I wish I was a fly on the wall to see what you're telling your boyfriend when you're trying to get out to go see these other people. Because I'm pretty sure he's not at work 24/7. So what's going on there? Oh, so a lot of Erica is saying a lot of women go for older men who I guess have a good job and have a pension or whatever. Okay, if that is the case, so you're coming after me because of that. So now I'm thinking that it's me and you in a one-on-one relationship, and like you said, I'm an older person. This is a younger woman. So then I guess you're gonna make me believe that it's me and you one-on-one, but yet you might have some younger dudes on the side that you're seeing. Is that the way the game is being done now? I don't know. Talk to me. Is that the way it's being done? I want to know. Yvette, hey, what's up, babe? Yvette says she wouldn't be happy at all sharing. Neither would I, because I'm stingy. I do not like sharing. Like, don't even ask me for, like, if I got a bag of jelly beans, don't even ask me for none because I'm stingy. All these jelly beans are mine. I like jelly beans and I want to eat I want to enjoy each and every one of them. The black, the red, the white, the pink. I want to enjoy each jelly bean. And I don't want to share any of them with you. I don't, just me. Go buy your own bag. So I'm saying that to say I'm stingy. I don't like sharing. So it is what it is. So I definitely would not want to be sharing my woman. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I know a lot of women out there who would not like to share their men. Like, I have conversations with people. My good friend Erica, her boyfriend does not think about cheating because she doesn't want to share him. They have established themselves. They have a family. So he better not even think about it. Right, Erica? I'm just saying. It's crazy. This week has been really amazing to me. It's been crazy because this has been so much going on. And this has really tickled me. It really has. It has tickled me. Yeah, Yvette, a lot of people do have a problem with commitment. People do not know how to stay in relationships, it seems like nowadays. Now, instead of people wanting to work on a relationship, they're easily ready to jump up and say, I'm out. This is over. You know what I mean? Nobody seems like they want to fight for their relationship. It's quicker to get a divorce. It's quicker to jump up and say I'm out instead of saying, you know what, we're gonna work through this. We're either gonna go to counseling or the two of us are going to sit down and talk. Whatever we need to do, we're gonna work on making this relationship work because I'm invested in you, emotionally, whatever. I'm invested in you. So I'm going to make this relationship work. It seems like people don't want to do that nowadays. And, relationships are work. You know what I mean? When you decide that you want to be involved with someone, especially if you do the prenuptials and get married and all that, you are investing in that person. You are giving your time and everything to that person. So I have the saying that, when you do that, you're punching a forever time clock. You no longer get vacation. You no longer have personal days. You may occasionally get sick days, but you are now on a clock because you are now giving and are expected to give on a regular basis to this other person that you now invested in. This person is a part of your life. They are a part of yours, and the two of you are supposed to come together and make it work. Soon as you have a conflict, it shouldn't be, I'm out. Let's get a divorce. We're breaking up. I'm moving out. Don't call me. No. Really? Where is the fight for the relationship? Something brought the two of you together. And whatever that thing was, the two of you should continue to work on it and make sure that relationship works. It's not that difficult. It really isn't. And people just seem like they don't want to do that anymore. So let's see. Yvette is saying we need relationship workshops. Okay. Erica said don't get her started. Yeah, I know. Because like I know you, and I know that you are invested in your family and in the person that I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of his name right now. The person that you're involved with. And Erica, again, she is a beautiful person, inside and out. I love her as a friend. She's a very good friend of mine. I love her inside and out. She is such a beautiful person. And the guy who she's dealing with, he is very fortunate and very lucky to have her. Not vice versa, because he's a good dude as well. And both of them seem like they are invested in each other. They're invested in their family. They seem like they love each other. And both of them seem like they have no nonsense and they don't tolerate any outside influence coming into the relationship. So I love both of them as a couple, like both of them as individuals. And that's a relationship I love to see them together with their family because they make it work. And that's the way it should be. We should be working on making our relationships work. And a lot of people don't do that, which is very sad. Very sad. So those were two questions that I had up on Facebook this week. If I can get this phone to cooperate, then I would tell you of the other ones that I had up. My man Mike Jackson has chimed in, and people said, oh, people are in a relationship for convenience. Yeah, sometimes people are in a relationship for convenience. Either one, they don't have a place to stay, so they're like, let me get with this person and I'll sponge off of them for as long as I can until I get back on my feet, and then I'm gonna drop them. Or, I'm with this person, I'm gonna suck him for everything I can get out of him, while I'm seeing other people or whatever, and then when I find somebody else, I'm out. I mean, there's all kind of things that happens. I hear the stories constantly when I talk to people. I'm even writing about some of the stories in some of my books because it just baffles me how people have no regard, it seems, for other people's feelings. Like, your feelings don't matter to me. It's all about me. I got to get mine, which is very sad. Very sad. Finding someone who has the same mindset is the key to success. Yeah, having a different mindset with someone it's not going to work. You need to be kind of on the same page, and people need to sit down. I always say this: you need to sit down from the very beginning. You need to discuss, what it is you're looking for, what it is you want. You need to listen to the person, because a person will tell you or not tell you who they are. And if you read in between the lines, you can know whether you want to be with this person or if you shouldn't be with this person. Be straight up and be honest. If you just want to, be with that person and because it's a sexual thing, then say that. Maybe the person is going to be down with it. Maybe they're not. If they're not, okay. You put it out there. They wasn't down for it. Move on. You know what I mean? Instead of coming with your shenanigans and hurting people and whatnot. Nothing about that is cool, because everyone has feelings, and this is how people get hurt. This is how people get killed. And this is how people have stalkers, because you don't talk, you don't tell people what you want, and people start thinking one thing, and you're like, oh no, boo boo, it's not like that. This is how it is. This is how it was. Now you got a whole different scenario, and you got somebody crazy in your hands. And all you had to do was be straight up and honest from the door. So I want y'all to think about that. I'm going to play some music, and then I will be back to finish talking about the topics at hand. Hey, YouTube and Facebook Live. I'm sorry we came on late. We had some technical difficulties, but nevertheless, we are here. I'm in the house alone, but that's cool because I'm that guy. I'm Simply D. I'm going to make this work. This is what I do. I love talking to you guys. I love, posing the different questions, trying to get you guys to think, trying to get you to talk to me so we know how people feel, so we can try to solve different issues and conflicts and come up with answers. Because that's what it's all about. If we learn how to talk to each other, I think we can make differences, not only in our relationships and within ourselves, but maybe in your community, on your job, and maybe it can grow and it can blossom into something, and maybe real subtly we can try changing the way this world is, because this world is crazy. There's a lot of crazy folks who only care about themselves and care about nothing else. And we need to get back to caring about people. We need to get back to caring about each other, and not just about the people in your household, but the people on the outside as well. We need to do that. And maybe we can, we can have a better situation. We can have a better world. There shouldn't be homeless people. There shouldn't be people going around who don't have food to eat, because there should be enough of us who care about that to help those individuals. And that's all I'm saying. So, I got the little song playing in the background, trying to find the rest of these questions that I put up. But this internet in here, man, is crazy. And sometimes it doesn't allow me to find the things that I want to find. So you have to bear with me as I'm trying to see if I can pull them up. I see you just posted something, Erica and Levon. Hold on. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for, and then I'll come right back to that. Yeah, we do know about the stalkers because I've had some, and I thank God that they're kind of phasing out a little bit. So please, Erica, don't talk them up, because since you left, it's gotten worse. If you were there now, I would actually need your help with this one that I have, because he is crazy as a bedbug. Trust me, and it's not even funny. And what's crazy is everyone at the job knows about it. Everybody. But I tell you, not just the people I work with. Full service staff knows about it. The bartenders know about it. Everybody knows. So it's just crazy. So, I hope everything's working out for you. I hope everything's good with you. Again, man, this internet is crazy. It won't let me pull up what I want to pull up. So, how are you guys doing? What do you think about the topics that I brought up so far? How do you feel about that? I only have like 2 people really comment. Well, 3, because Mike chimed in. What's up, Mike? Levon and Erica. But I know there's more of you out there, and I would love to hear what your comments are. Yeah, a bed bug. Seriously, that's how bad it is. I would love to see what your comments are. Again, this is Shador Radio. This is Be Mindful in the Morning with your man Simply D. I'm here every 2nd and 4th Saturday. And there are other shows that we have on as well. In the Mix, Carolyn Black, Hands Off, the Diva Talk Show. There's just so many talk shows. You need to be tuned in the station that is more than just music. Shador Radio, we are family here. We have a lot of talk shows that bring you a lot of information. And I'm telling you, if you listen in Monday through 7 days a week, let's just put it that way. Listen in 7 days a week, because I'm sure you will identify with each show. And if you just feel like jamming and dancing around the house, DJ Manny brings it. I'm telling you, his mixes are crazy. So you need to be tuned in to Shador Radio, because I'm telling you, we are happening. And not just because I'm here. I'm just a small person on the scope. And that was hey, that was it for Through the Fire by Chaka Khan. We are back. And as I was telling the good people on YouTube and live, you need to be listening to Shador Radio 7 days a week. We have a lot of powerful talk shows. We have Hands Off. We have Caroline Black. We have In the Mix. We have Diva. We have so a couple new people. I can't think of the shows now, and I apologize because I don't have the paper in front of me. But we have so many nice talk shows on this radio station. And if you don't want to do anything but dance, DJ Manny Strong's mixes are crazy. He will have you dancing all day, all night, if that's what you want to do. And I think he even breaks it down and gives you a quiet storm. So if you want to do something else when the kids go to bed, tune in. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, the two things I was talking about, and I'm gonna leave them alone and jump on something else, was one, if you were out and about and you saw your significant other in an intimate setting as if they were on a date with someone else, how would you feel? What would you do? What would you say? You can hit me up and let me know, and we can have a conversation about it. I will probably read your comments. When did the game change? When did women start having extra relationships? As I was saying earlier, this young lady decided that she wanted to approach me and tell me how, she wanted to be romantically involved with me because, she liked me like that. Plus, she needed help with bills, whatever. And she has a whole dude she was sleeping with. Like, how we do this? How do we do that? How do we do that? Because I'm sorry, when I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you. So if I text your phone or call your phone and you don't answer, that's a problem for me. But that lets me know that you probably can't answer because you're with him. When I want to see you and we make plans and then you don't show up because you can't lie to him and get away from him, that's a problem. Now I'm sitting back like heated because I made plans, so I wanted to see you. Well, I was feeling a little horny, and I can't because you can't get away. That's another problem. It's a problem. So I cannot, will not be in a relationship like that because it doesn't work for you, man. Simply D. It just does not work. I need someone who I have 24-hour access to. Even when you're at work, if I call and say or text and say, "Hey, babe, just thinking about you," I reply back, "Thank you, thinking about you too. Talk to you later." Nothing wrong with that. That's what I need. It's real simple, but that's what I need. I don't want to text and then I'm looking at my phone and it's blank for hours because you got to wait to sneak in the bathroom to text me back. Nobody is doing that. That's kid stuff. We grown. We're not doing that. You got to sneak in the whole bathroom, turn the water on, and make a phone call to talk to me. No. We're not doing that. No. I'm just not doing it. So those were the two questions that I put up earlier on Facebook that I was talking about. So you can still comment on them, but I want to switch up and talk about some other stuff. So I'm about to talk about something a little more serious, some stuff that's been going on in the news lately. And it got me thinking. So because I love history, I did some research and I started checking on things. So of course, the 4th of July is coming up. And of course, people are going to be running around celebrating the 4th of July and getting all into it and stuff like that, which if that's what you do, that's cool. My thing is know your history. There's a lot of history in the United States. There's Black history, there's Jewish history, Polish, Italian, there's Spanish or whatever, Puerto Rican, whatever. You know what I mean? I love history. I study history, and I'm only bringing it up because the 4th of July is coming up. So, the 2nd of July in 1776 is when the Independence Declaration was signed. That is when the United States got its freedom from England. So In 1776, for you who don't still know this, we or our ancestors were still slaves. We did not get our freedom until the 19th of June, 1865. Do the math. That's 89 years later. 1776, 1865, 89 years. So this past June 19th, how many of you were celebrating that date? Probably none of you. Now, I do know that there's some parades and things going on this weekend, and people are celebrating it or whatever. But how many of you really know the history? Like everyone, I feel as though everybody's history is important. You know what I mean? So when I study history, I just don't study Black history. I study all history. I'm going to the Jewish museum that they have in Center City because I love history. I love information. I want to know. You know what I mean? I want to know what's going on. High schools, or when you're in school, they only teach you half of history. And why not all? I don't know. So I'm just saying, no one really celebrated the 19th of June, but it's an important date, just as the 4th of July is. Why is that? And like I said, when the Independence Declaration was signed, we were still slaves. 89 years later is when we got our independence. So think about that for a second, okay? Other stuff in the news. So they're talking about this reparation thing. This seems to be one of the things that's really going on right now. Everybody's talking about it. It's a real big thing. And so we have senators who are coming out saying this, that, and the other, that they don't feel as though any reparations are needed. You had Senator Mitch McConnell who said when Barack Obama was elected president, that was debt paid in full. I'm shocked a senator or anybody would say such a thing, but that's what he said. He also said that why should the United States be held accountable now for something that happened over 200 and some odd years ago? Is what he said. Another thing I want you to think about is what I'm about to tell you. So that's what he said. Why should the United States be held accountable now? Okay, so here's why. There is an 86-year-old woman named Irene Tippett. That's right, 86 years old. She receives $73.13 a month, which comes out to $876 a year, because her father fought in the Civil War. That's over 150 years ago. That's right. He fought in the Civil War 150 years ago. And she receives a check of $73.13 a month, which comes to $876 a year for a pension. Now, she's 86, which means she was born in 1933. She wasn't around for the Civil War. She wasn't. But she is getting a check because her father fought in the Civil War. Yet, you just said out of your mouth, we weren't around back there when slavery took place. So why should we be held accountable? How is she getting a check for something that happened 150 years ago when she wasn't around? Something to think about. And yeah, I know it was her father, but still, 150 years ago, I'm kind of baffled. I'm baffled about it, but yeah, that's what's being done. But that's the government that we deal with. You know, they choose what they want to do, and then they choose what they're not going to do. One thing, hey, we can pay this woman $876 a year because her father fought in the Civil War, even though none of us were around that time, and neither was she. But you don't need to be giving out any reparations for something that we weren't around for. See what I'm saying? The government, I don't understand them. It seems like, to me, they pick and choose what they want to do, and we need to really be paying attention to what they say out of their mouths, and we need to hold them more accountable for what they say and what they do. And we really need to get out, and we need to vote, and we need to be on top of those who are in office. And when they do something that we do not like, we need to hold them accountable, either by getting them out of office, protesting their office, protesting them. We need to do something because it's ridiculous. You're in that place or in that job to service who? The people. Not supposed to be to service yourself. But yet, it seems as though that's exactly what they do. They service themselves. That leads me into my next comment. So, I was in a government agency building this week, had some affairs I had to handle. I walked in the doors at 9:45. I checked in, did all my paperwork. They then told me to have a seat and someone would call me over as soon as they were available. Okay, cool, no problem. 9:45. I'm not going to be here all day. I'm going to be in and out. I got, other things planned. I can't wait to get to them. Okay. Like I said, I walked in at 9:45. 11:45. This is no joke. I'm still sitting. I've seen people who came in after me being called. So I walk over to the desk and I say, "Excuse me, what's going on? I've been here since 9:45 and no one's called me back yet. I'm still waiting, and people have come in after me and been called. Oh, well, let me check and see what's going on with your paperwork." So if you know me, you know me. I'm not walking away from that desk. I'm watching you because I want to see you physically go over, see what's going on with my paperwork. So I watched her. She walked over, she picked up my paperwork. It was there with everyone else's. She put it down and came back over. Oh, your paperwork is there. There's someone will be calling you shortly. Yeah, okay. All right. So I go back over. Now I'm not sitting down now. I'm standing because now I'm watching everybody. Because I'm watching how you're standing back there. You're talking amongst yourselves. You're walking around. Seem like you're going to get coffee. You're doing everything else but calling people back. And I'm watching you because now I'm getting heated. Because I walked in the door at 9:45. It's 11:45. We need to get something moving here. I'm just saying, because this is ridiculous now. And Mike Jackson is saying what? Yeah, I can't say all that on air, Mike, but yeah, he does really seem like he's racist. And he's talking about Senator Mike McConnell and the comments that he made, and he used some choice words that I can't say on daytime radio because I don't want to get fined. Anyway, so now watching these servants, these people who work for the city, who's supposed to service us, do absolutely nothing. 12:45, I walk back over and I'm like, "Excuse me, it's now 12:45. Someone just walked in and I saw them call back there. They just walked in the door." So now she's like, "Oh, again, let me go see what's going on with your paperwork." Yeah, you do that. You go see what's going on with my paperwork because now I'm standing right here. I'm not moving. I'm standing right here. So she walks over, she picks up my paperwork, she turns around, see me looking at her, and she's standing there and she goes in the back. So when she went in the back, I know she passed off my paperwork because now she comes to the door and says, "Oh, you can come back now." Okay, all right. So I go back, I sit in the office, and the lady says, "How was your day?" I said, "Oh, my day is not good." And she said, "Oh, why is that?" I said, "Because I've been sitting here since 9:45. It's now 12:45. "Oh, well, Mr. Dennis, you need to understand that everyone has a different case, and some people are real simple." Oh, mine was real simple. It was really simple because all I needed to do was come in here and ask you to do a certain thing. You give me a new court date, I'm on my way. But yet I've been sitting here since 9:45, lady. "Oh, well, you don't need to get upset because I've been working on your paperwork and I was about to come get you." And I looked at her and I said, "You know what? I can do without the lies because right now you are lying to me. You have not been working on my paperwork because if you were working on my paperwork, I would have been out of here. I wouldn't still be sitting here. You just got my paperwork. You punched it in. You put these papers in front of me. Told me I got another date to come back here to handle this, and it only took you 5 minutes. So don't tell me you've been sitting back here working on my paperwork. Don't insult my intelligence because I'm not stupid. Okay? I'm not. I know what you did. I know the situation and exactly what you've been doing. You've been sitting back here doing absolutely nothing. And not until I started complaining did you say, let's get this guy out of here. No, so don't sit here and lie to me because I don't want to hear your lies. And she looked at me like, I can't believe he's saying this. Yeah, yes, I'm saying it. Yes, I am. Because one, I'm vocal. Two, I'm intelligent. Don't try to insult me. And three, I should have been out of here. Should have been. But you got me sitting around here all day for nothing because you people don't want to work. It is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I guarantee you, had you come to one of my jobs and you wanted a service done by me and I didn't act in a timely fashion, you would have probably went ballistic because I've seen it. I've seen people come to the hotel where I work at and they're waiting to get checked in and they're standing there and they're getting an attitude. Well, the room's supposed to be ready at 3 o'clock. And what's taking so long for us to get checked in? This don't make no sense. This is ridiculous. But you're the same one who sits on your ass at your job and do absolutely nothing. Nothing. And meanwhile, we have to wait until you decide you want to work. Now, I had a friend of mine when I also put this post up because I was heated. A friend of mine, I called her Goldie, her name was Linda, who, when I put that up, chimed in and she said she had went to City Hall once and she needed a copy of her marriage certificate. And so she walked in and she's standing in line. She's the only person there standing in line. There's 3 people sitting behind the counter, 2 females and a guy. She said they sat there and ignored her. They even got up and went over to the window to watch the rain falling like they had never seen rain before in their lives. And they're talking about the fact that it's pouring outside like this is the first time they've seen rain. Meanwhile, ignoring her. She said another guy from a closed area came out, looked at her, looked at them, and went over and waited on her. And she heard one of the workers, female workers, say, you need to learn that we are here for 8 hours and how to spread it out and not be so quick to take care of people. So my thing is, if this is your mentality and this is the way you think, maybe you shouldn't have that service job because you're supposed to be in that job to service the people. And if you're not there to do it, then you don't need that job. And I really wish I knew who your supervisor was, because trust me, they would be getting phone calls, emails, and letters, because I would do everything I could to remove you from that job because you don't deserve to have it. You really don't. Because you sounds to me like you're only there for a paycheck. You're not there to work. You're not there to help anybody. You're there to help as less people as you possibly can. Now here's another thing. You call these places like, you call the gas companies and any of these service companies, and the phone just rings and rings and rings and rings, and you're wondering why is nobody answering this phone? It's like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning and nobody's answering, and the answer machine is saying all our representatives are busy now. Someone will be with you momentarily. We value your phone call. Yeah, sure you do. You're sitting on your ass doing absolutely nothing, talking with the rest of the people in the office, because there's no way in the world at 9 o'clock in the morning you're that busy, where the phones are just ringing off the hook. I'm not going to say hours. Let's say for maybe 30, 45 minutes. There's no reason why anyone should be waiting that long when you open up. Unless you're not doing it. You're sitting there eating a bagel, drinking coffee, talking about what you watched last night on whatever popular talk TV show that you watch, instead of picking up the phone to take care of a problem that the person on the other end of that line is calling in for. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You don't need that job. And I wish I had the power to remove you from it. I don't, but I do have the power to talk about you, and I'm talking about you because it's ridiculous. So, for those people who work at the gas company, those people who work down at the courthouses, you need to be removed from your jobs because you are absolutely no help to us and you're ridiculous. So maybe if you didn't have that job, maybe then you will realize that you should have valued it when you had it because you didn't, and you need to be removed. And as long as I can talk about you, I'm going to talk about you because you are horrible, absolutely horrible. What are you saying to me, Mike? Yeah, exactly. That's what they're sitting in their office doing. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, while the phone is just ringing off the hook, and they act like they don't even hear it. And it's ridiculous. And my man Mike works for, I think he works for the city, so he knows what he's talking about. Um, it's absolutely ridiculous. I am baffled that these people are allowed to get away with these things when they're at work because I couldn't get away with it. We cannot let our phones ring. We're not supposed to let them ring more than 3 times. You know what I mean? But sometimes we get caught up and they might ring 5. But these people sit there and let the phones ring off the hook. Excuse me. And it's ridiculous. And they could care less. And then they pick it up and act like, oh, how can I help you? Really? Really? It's just, it's ridiculous to me. And your ass needs to be fired. Your supervisor should be in there and they should be monitoring what you're doing. And if you're not taking care of what you should be taking care of, they need to write your behinds up. Is what they need to do. They need to write you up and they need to remove you. They need to what you know what? Here's a suggestion. Maybe they should allow a customer to come in and view how you work. And then at the end of the day, whatever recommendation that customer that was standing there watching you gives, that's what should happen. Person should be written up, that person should be removed, whatever. So then I guarantee you, maybe you'll have some umph, or you'll have some, I need to handle these phone calls and the volume of phone calls that are coming in and handle these customer complaints or whatever it is to get the job done. Or when somebody is standing in front of you, let's get these people out of here. They shouldn't be sitting around waiting all day. You know what I mean? It should be some type of urgency. And it just seems as though there is none and you're allowed to get away with it. And I don't understand that. I just don't. I don't. And that's my take on that. You need to be removed. So let's see, where are we? I still don't have a lot of service here where I can see the questions that I put up. But I'm waiting for you to chime in to let me know your thoughts on some of the things that I'm talking about so we can continue these conversations. Let me know how you feel. This is Simply D on the Be Mindful Show. And this is Shador Radio. Shador Radio is more than just a radio station where we play music. We have talk shows. We have some interesting talk show hosts and shows that you should listen to in the mix. Diva, we have Dot, we have Carolyn Black, we have Yvette, who has Hands Off. We have Tracy, we have Steve, you know, just to name some of the people who are behind the scenes who have talk shows here. And I'm telling you, again, you need to listen. We have DJ Manny Strong, who's responsible for the music rotation. So we have a lot going on here, and the station is really growing. It's really popular. And I think it's something that you should be a part of, because as we continue to grow, we're going to continue to do a whole lot of things. We're going to be out and about in the community, helping people. We got some crazy ideas that we're going to start laying on you guys. I got some things that I'm putting in the works because I was shocked the other day when I saw like a lot of young homeless people walking around the city, and it just saddened me. It was a sad sight to see such people so young that are homeless. walking around with no shelter, um, don't know where their next meal is coming from. And I was really shocked. So I'm going to be putting together a program where I'm going to reach out to you guys and ask for your help for like donations and stuff. And I want to put together some survival bags that I'm actually going to hand out to the young homeless people out there, just to give them something, to help them out. So, if you want to donate blankets or water or um, like what do you call those things? Nutritional bars, stuff like that. Just anything that can go in this survival bag. And I already have the bags that were donated to me. So if you have anything that you might want to donate to go inside these bags to help the young homeless people on the streets, you can either hit me up on Facebook or you can call me 215-715-2562. Please, no stalkers. Please, no stalkers. This is for business purposes. Hit me up. I will come pick this stuff up because this is something that I want to do soon. I want to put these bags together. I want to hand them out to people. Again, only the young homeless people that I saw, because it really touched my heart and it was something that really made me sad. So I want to put together a survival bag for these people and try to pass it out to them. So anything that you want to donate, if you want to donate money to help me buy some stuff to go in the bags, that's cool too. So, if this is something that touches your heart, then donate. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Just donate something small. Anything is welcomed, and I'm sure anything will be appreciated. Again, it goes back to showing that we care, which is something that we all should do. We should care about our fellow man. We should care about those people we see on the streets. And, I'm not trying to cut out the older homeless people, because I care about those too. But it's just the young, to be so young and to be homeless, it's baffling to me. It was a really shocker to see that. So, like I said, I want to do something for them. And so I want to try to get this off the ground and running soon. So if there's anything that you have that you want to donate, please feel free to call me. I will come pick this stuff up. Or you can hit me on Facebook and let me know what you have. Again, I will come pick it up because something needs to be done. They need help. Sometimes a kind word, if you have something in your hand, you can give to them and say, can I talk to you for a few minutes? Why are you out here? What can I do to help you other than giving you this bag? Because they may need help, but may not know where to get it from. So there's some place that I can tell them to go to get help, that would help as well. So if you have a institution that you would take these young, youthful, homeless people in, send me that information too, because that's important as well. Here at Shador Radio, we care. We care about what's going on in our communities. We care about what's going on in our city. We care about what's going on in the world. And we are here because we don't just want to be in front of a microphone talking at you about, dumb stuff. We want to try to make change. And that's why I talk to you about this stuff that I talk to you about, because I want to see change. I want better. I want better for people I don't know. I want better for communities or for neighborhoods in this city. I want better. And I feel like, I can start with one person, because maybe if I can start with one person, that one person can tell somebody else, or that one person can do something for somebody else. And that's how we slowly and we gradually start making change. You know what I mean? And, it's something that I feel as though we all should do. When is the last time you did something for someone who you didn't know? When is the last time you did something for someone just because? Not so long ago, there was a young guy at my job, and we really didn't know each other. He was having his first kid, and I found out through the grapevine that he was having a son. And I wanted to talk to him, but I didn't feel like, because we didn't know each other and we didn't have a relationship, I can just walk up to him and say, whatever it was I wanted to say to him. So what I did is I went out and I bought a gift bag. I brought it back to the job. And when he came in that night, I walked over to him and I said, "This is for you." And he's like, he looked at me, he says, "Wow, really?" He was like, "We don't even know each other." And I was like, "No, we don't know each other. But this is my opportunity to have a few moments of your time. And if I can, talk to you." And he was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like, "I'm giving you this because I wanted to say this to you. This is your first child, you're having a son. It is very important for you, no matter what happens between you and that female, to be interactive in that child's life. Very important, because you're raising a black male and he's going to need everything that you can give him. And, not saying that, any other male child is more important, but with the things that are going on in this world, I was just letting him know, you really have to be in your child's life. You really have to explain to him the way things are, and you have to be accountable and you have to be available to him from the day he is born until he is 18 and can, start to understand things and make moves on his own. Then you can kind of step back, but at least you have instilled in him how to maintain, how to handle himself. And so now he knows. And that's all I wanted to say to the young gentleman. And my end was the gift basket. And after I gave it to him and I said what I had to say to him, he said to me, he says, "Wow, I don't know how I can pay you back." I said, "I'm going to tell you how. How you pay me back is wherever you go from this point on in your life, if you see an opportunity where you can do what I just did for you, then you do it as well. That's how you pay me back, because you're passing along something that I did for you to someone else. And if we all do things like that, then people start having a sense that somebody cares. Somebody cares what happens to me. Somebody cares about what's going on with me, whatever. You don't know the impact that little subtle things can make on somebody's life. Just because you did something that wasn't a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to them. It's just like if you say hello to someone you see on the street. Sometimes all they want is acknowledgement. They don't want your money. They don't want anything from you. They speak hello. There's nothing wrong with you saying hello, how are you, back to them. You know what I mean? You never know how far that can go. You don't know. It can make their day. The fact that you simply acknowledge them. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to dig in your pocket for no change. Just simply acknowledge the person. Now I want to read another comment that Mike said. Let's see. He's going back to me talking about the service workers. He said some of the supervisors are worse. Yeah, and you're probably correct. Some of the supervisors are probably training their workers to be just that way, which is sad. Um, and they probably let them get away with it, or they probably encourage them not to go out of their way and overdo it or do too much. I've seen that as well, which again is crazy to me. I don't understand it, but that's what we are. That's where we are and how people are with life and some of the jobs that they have. They just don't care anymore, and that's what I'm saying. It's going to take us to make that change, to make that difference. You know what I mean? You're in your car and you ride by and you see, this person is really maybe doing bad, or who seems like they have nothing. How many times have you gotten out of your car and going into the store and just bought a bottle of water and gave it to them? Or a cup of coffee and gave it to them? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal for us, but it's everything to them. Everything. And a cup of coffee is not that expensive. A bottle of water is not that expensive unless you're going top shelf, you know. Then of course you might be going to spend a couple of dollars, but it's not a big deal. It's really not. On my way here today, I stopped at McDonald's at Chew and Shelton, and I wanted to get coffee. I think I got iced coffee. I needed to stay awake. So I got an iced coffee. And there were about 3 or 4 people inside, outside, who had nothing. And so I said, "Well, give each of them, buy each of them a cup of coffee." And the person behind the counter looked at me like, "Huh? What?" Yeah, I'm buying all of them a cup of coffee. And I went outside and I told them, "Come in and get your cup of coffee," or the one sitting inside, "Come and get your cup of coffee." And they was like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." It's not a big deal to me, but it's a big deal to them that someone cared about them. Someone cared. They cared enough to buy them a cup of coffee, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal, because that's just change in my pocket. So what was I going to do with it? Go buy something that I didn't need, like some candy, which I don't need, chips, I don't need. So why not? Why not? And I know you guys may think I'm babbling, but we're having a conversation. If you hit me up and give me some responses, we can go from there. This is Simply D with Be Mindful in the Morning. And let me see, maybe I should play another song. Yeah, how about this? And I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, so again, you hear the conversation that's going on. Um, Hit me up with your feedback. Let me know what you think. Again, the things that we talked about this morning. We talked about how would you feel if you were out and about and you saw your significant other in an intimate setting as if they were on a date. How would you feel? How would you respond? What would you do? We talked about, has the game changed? From what I'm understanding, some of the women are saying, yeah, the game has changed. Women are now coming after men because even if they have somebody, they want somebody else that's going to take care of the bills and take care of this, that, and the other. Do you think that's cool? What's your take on that? How do you feel about that? Because I personally, I don't think it's cool. We talked about service workers, the fact that they don't feel as though we are important when we come into whatever establishment it is where they work. They will sit there and have you waiting and could care less about how long you wait. We also talked about giving some donations, because I'm going to put together some survival bags for the young homeless people who I've encountered over the last couple of days and felt some type of way about. So if you have any donation that you might want to give, you can hit me up, number 215-715-2562. Or you can hit me up on Facebook and I will come to you. I will pick it up, whatever it is. Doesn't matter how big, how small. I already have the bags. I just need the stuff to go in them. So I definitely want to put together that. And we talked about how, again, service workers let the phone ring for 30 to 45 minutes without picking it up. And they're sitting right there doing absolutely nothing. It's not cool. It's not cool for them to treat us that way when you are the one who wanted that job or took that job. If you didn't want to service the people, then you shouldn't have the job. It's just that simple, because it seems like you're only there for that paycheck. And if you're not there for other reasons, then you shouldn't have it. You should be out. Now, I don't know supervisors or anyone I can go to over your head to write a letter or an email or complain to. But I have this. And as long as I have this microphone, I'm going to put you on blast and put you out there, because you are horrible. And I promise you, if you came to my job, you wouldn't want the same thing done to you. You wouldn't want me making you wait for hours. Like I waited, I think I went to this place, got there at 9:45 and didn't get seen at 12:45. You would be livid if I made you wait that long to check into a room at the hotel where I work. You would be pissed off. But yet that is what you did to me, and it's not cool. And yes, I'm talking about it. So I want you guys to hit me up. Let me know what you think. As Thinking Out Loud was playing in the background for our radio listeners, you can listen to us live on the radio. It's You would download the free app, which is Live and Direct, and you will look for Shador Radio. That way you can listen to us live. You don't always have to tune in on Facebook or YouTube, because we're actually going to be getting rid of the Facebook feed because we don't get paid for it. And until Mark Schiffenberg, or whatever the hell his name is, wants to sign over a paycheck, we're going to be getting rid of it soon. So, dude, we have a radio station that's set and ready to go. We need a couple million. Hit us up. Yeah. Plus, like I was saying earlier, we have a few things going on here. We have a lot of shows that you guys can listen to on a regular basis. So Shador Radio is what you want to tune into. The number, if you want to call in, is 215-909-6070. And we're back on the radio. So again, you know, we're just having plain talk, just talking about some things going on. I also talked about the 4th of July and how people are going to be out celebrating, which is Independence Day, which, if that's what you're into, that's more than well and fine. Again, all I'm doing is giving you information that we were not taught when we in school. If we want to find out about our history, it's like we have to go find out about it for ourselves, which is fine. But that is something that we all should be doing. Know your history. Know where your ancestors come from. Know what your ancestors went through. And have all of the information on the table. Because in school, we were not taught all of our history. We were taught more of someone else's history. And so the 4th of July coming up, it just got me thinking, like, you know, again, I will share this information with you. On the 2nd of July in 1776, the 13 colonies, which made up the United States, did the Independence of Declaration and won or got their freedom from England. That's 1776. Our ancestors were still slaves. They would not be free for another 89 years because slavery ended the 19th of June, 1865. That is 89 years. All I'm saying, know your history. And again, I was talking about the stuff that's in the news now, how they're talking about reparations, and how Mitch McConnell, one of the senators, said he felt as though we were even. Everything was paid in full when Barack Obama became president. He also said that he didn't feel as though we now, or the government now, should be held accountable for something that happened over 200-something years ago. And the only reason I find that interesting is because there's an 86-year-old woman whose father fought in the Civil War. She receives a check of $73.13 a month, which comes out to be $876 a year from a pension for her father, which fought in a war that was 150 years ago. 150 years ago. So how is it that it's okay for her to receive a paycheck but no one else? Well, okay, it's this things that make you go, make you think about it. But these are decisions that our government makes. And you know me, those of you who know me know there's nothing racist about me. I just like bringing facts and talking facts. We can talk history all day because I love history. I don't care whose history it is. I love history, and I will, if I don't know it, I will search for it and find out the facts, because history is just something that I like. And, you know, that's just something that I just happened to look up this past couple of days because I was curious, you know. Most of this stuff can be found on the internet, but you do yourself a favor. Go to the library, check out a book, read. That's what the libraries are there for. You know what I mean? If we're not going to them and using them, you may not be around too much longer. And then you're going to be like, what I'm looking for is not on the internet. Where can I go to get that information, but there will be no more libraries. Think about that. So utilize the libraries and go check out a book and find out information. You know what I mean? Use them. That's what they're there for. Okay, so what else would you guys like to discuss? Hit me up. Let me know what it is you're thinking, because I cannot get on the internet to see all the questions that I put up to discuss half of the topics that I put up throughout the week. Excuse me. Because there were a lot of things. There were a lot of things going on, and a lot of things that I just found interesting that I wanted to put up and talk to you guys about. And because I can't get in, I can't see all of the questions. But there was some pretty good questions, and people chimed in and gave me some pretty good answers. And I just wish that I could get on to see them. Let me see one more time here. Let me try this. See if I can't pull up some of those questions. Yeah, so again, if you have something that you want to say or something that you want to talk about, you can always hit me up and we can discuss it. We can talk about it. I don't care what it is. Anything that's talkable, we will talk about. There's no limits here. There's nothing that I shy away from. I try to bring information to you. And if it's something you want to discuss, then let's talk about it. Let's find out what's going on with it. And again, no service. Let's find out what's going on and see what we can't discuss and can't talk about. I really hate this. This internet is just crazy. It stinks. Just looking at some of the comments. Why am I by myself? Because I couldn't get anyone who wanted. People say they want to do radio, but then when you actually challenge them or invite them in, all of a sudden they get scared. What are you afraid of? We just want to sit down and have a conversation and talk to people. So I'm by myself because of that, or either some other people that I wanted to come through, their schedules didn't meet, or for them to come in today. So who's going to cancel? I'm not going to cancel a show. I'm gonna still come in here and do what we need to do. So no, it's not they don't like me. They just schedules didn't meet up, and some people, like I said, they think they can do radio, want to do radio, and then when it comes down to it, they back away because now they're scared, which I don't understand. And what else are you saying? I thought you were going to talk about romance. See, we always talk about romance, always. And sometimes you got to switch it up. Nobody wants to hear the same thing over and over again. What is it you would like me to talk about as far as romance goes? You got a question, Marianne, Merlin? If you want me to talk about romance, what is it you want me to talk about? Because I'll talk about it with you. What is it you want to know? Tell me. Yeah, I don't see you typing. Because yeah, I'm the romance king. So let me know what it is, and I will answer your question. I have no secrets. I try to be as transparent as I can be. There's nothing that I try to hide. I try to be right out in the open. So let's talk about it. Give it to me. I'm gonna be here for a few more minutes. So if you want to talk about something pertaining to romance, forgiveness, who are you trying or struggling with forgiving? What did they do? Let's start there. Wow, forgiveness is not always easy. It's just not. People say that you should forgive, but sometimes it's not always in the heart. Depending on what a person did to you. Lying, yeah, that's it can be major, but it's not that major. It's something you can eventually get over. Cheating, now cheating is a big one. It's how do you get past cheating, and what level of cheating was it? Did somebody tell you they were cheating? Did you find a phone number? Did you hear them having a conversation? Did you see them with the person? Because if you found a phone number, you can get over that. If you, what's up, right? If you heard a conversation, yeah, depending on the offense, and that's why I'm naming them. If you heard a conversation, depending on how severe the conversation was, you can get over it. If you saw them out with somebody, can you get over that? That might be kind of difficult. If you saw them being intimate with someone, like you walked in and caught them in bed, I'm gonna tell you that's one you don't get over. You just don't. It happened to me, and like I said, I'm transparent. I put it out there. I was involved with no, we were married. I was married to a person, came home, and they were in bed with someone, and they did everything possible that they could. They wanted to talk. They wanted to work through things. They wanted to do it all. They wanted, let's make this work. No, we're past that because I now can't get over the image of seeing you in bed with someone else. I cannot get over the image of you being in our home, in our bed with someone else. I can't get over that image. So unless you are capable of getting over that image, it is not going to work. It's just not going to work because that image is always going to be playing in your head. It's going to be like a rewinding tape. It's just always going to be there, and you're not going to get over it. Yeah, it's very true, right? You're just not going to get over it. I'm sorry. Um, and that's where I was. I could not get past that, and so there was no need for me to lie to the person and tell them that we could get past it. We just were not going to get past it. It's just we weren't. This is what you chose to do, and so now we have to move on from that decision. This was your choosing, wasn't mine. You chose to do this thing, and so since you chose to do it, you now have to live with the decision of me not wanting to be with you, because that's what we are. I no longer choose to be with you. I can no longer trust you. And it would be a thing with me being at work, and now I'm wondering, I'm at work. What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you with? I don't want to be in a relationship like that. I can't. And everyone, when they get caught, the first thing out their mouth, you're right, they want to fix it. They want to tell you it didn't mean anything. They want to do everything that they can to try to keep you because they know with you they have someone or have something that they want, and now they don't want to lose you and they want to work on fixing it. Yeah, well, you should have thought about that before you did what you did. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not perfect. Have I cheated in relationships that I've been in? Yes, I have. Have I learned from those experiences? Yes, I have. Um, I would never want to put anyone through the hell that I've either been through or that I've caused. Because I do a self-reflection and I look back on some of the stuff that I've done, and I'll be the first to admit that it wasn't right. And I was man enough to go to those individuals and apologize. So when I was in a relationship with a female, this say my ex-wife or whoever, if it was a really significant relationship, after some time had gone by, I went back and I apologized. I apologized for hurting them. I apologized for not being who I said I was. I apologized for not being a man, but still being a little boy, because a man will handle his responsibility and he will let the person know who he's dealing with, exactly what's going on. And before you do anything to hurt that person, you should go to that person and say, look, we should have a conversation, or as you women like to say, we need to talk. Lay the cards out on the table. This is where we at. This is how I'm feeling. You know, what can we do about this? Because you know, I don't want to cheat on you, but I feel as though I'm right there. Maybe we need some time apart to see if we can fix this or whatever. Uh, and that's that. Um, that's the way it should be. Do people do that? No, they don't. But I'm in a place now where I felt it, and this was something that was uh, I don't want to say taught to me, but I had a conversation with another female who meant a lot to me, who means a lot to me. And from having that conversation with her, it put me on a path to see all of the hurt that I've caused in other people's life and how I needed to straighten out and fix those things. And so that's what I did. So when I called those individuals to give them an apology, my apology was sincere, and I meant every word I said. I said to them, did everyone accept the apology? No, they did not. And that was fine. It was what I needed to do for me. I needed to apologize so that I can move on and not have that hanging over my head. Like, it's not okay. It's fine that you didn't accept it because you're not in that place, and that's fine. But I feel comfortable knowing that I came to you and gave you a sincere apology, whether you accept it or not, and that's that. Um, yeah, it becomes a trust issue, right? And that's what we are. You know, how many people are big enough to, after the fact, after you decided to walk away from the situation, walk away from the person, go back to that person and say, you know, I just need a few minutes of your time because I feel as though I owe you an apology. Whether they accept it or not, that's on them. But are you comfortable enough? Are you big enough to go back to that person and say, I owe you an apology? Are you? It's very hard to do because you have to humble yourself if you want to give a sincere and real apology. That's what you have to do. A lot of people don't like to humble themselves because they feel as though they are humiliating themselves, and they don't want to uh, put themselves in that position. They don't want to uh, receive what comes after saying I apologize, because the person is going to say, yeah, maybe, yeah, you did do that, and yeah, you this and you that. Okay, it comes along with the territory. It comes along with the territory. If that's what that person is feeling, and that's what they're going to say, because I had somebody say that to me. Yeah, you wasn't this and you wasn't that, and I should have never been in a relationship with you. You can feel that. You can feel that way. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna take that. But I want you to know, when I came here to say that I apologize for my shortcomings as a man and for not being what you wanted me to be or who I said I was going to be to you, I was sincere. You can say all that you want to say. I'm good. I know that I gave you a sincere apology, and I can move on with my life knowing that I did that. And I'm going to talk about that in a book that I'm writing called I Apologize. And this book, I Apologize, is every reason a man should apologize to a woman. Um, whether he was on drugs and absent, whether he was a whoremonger and going around and cheating on her, maybe he was an abuser of some type, or whatever. It's every and any reason. He was absent from his family, um, everything. So everything is going to be in this book titled I Apologize. Every reason a man should apologize to a woman. And let me tell you something. Writing this book has been crazy because it has shown me myself and it has showed me some of the things that we as men do that are not right. When we're in a relationship with someone else, our relationship with our kids, um, it's really shown me some things, and it's going to be a really powerful book once it's done. Because I'm telling you, writing this book has really broken me down. It's like I've really cried over some of the pages that I've written in this book. That's how deep this book is going to be. And a lot of men, if they read this book, they're going to find and they're going to see themselves in these pages, because that's how deep it is from me hearing stories, the relationship I had with my father and things that he did and things that I did. So it's going to be a really powerful book. And I'm telling you, uh, if men read this book, they will see that they need to go back and they need to apologize to their family, their kids, to that lady that's either in their life or was in their life. That's how powerful this book is going to be. And I can't wait until it's done. I had to take a step away from it because that's how powerful it is. And I'm working on a couple other projects, but this, I'm telling you, this book is going to be really powerful. Um, thanks. Again, I hope that you were entertained for the time that I was here. Some of you chimed in, and I appreciate your chiming in because it helps me, or it helps any of the hosts here, keep the radio show going, knowing that you're listening, knowing that you're giving us feedback, and that you're a part of the Shador family, which is really important to us because we want you to feel like this is family. We want you to tune in Monday through Sunday. Keep the rotation going. Listen to the station. There's always a show here I'm sure that you will be able to identify with. We have so much going on here. Like I said, we don't just play music. Um, we do these talk shows, and like I said here, but if you just want to hear music, then you can listen to DJ Manny Strong because he brings it. Um, and it's just that. So, Merlin, I hope I answered your questions. I see you haven't typed anything else. After you said good for you, simply D, change is possible if you want to. Change is always possible. People don't always change, but it is right there. Change is always right around the corner. All you got to do is turn the corner and walk to it. Not a lot of us do that. Not a lot of us want to do that. We want to stay right where we are. We want to do and be who we are because we think we're okay. Not always the case. Sometimes we need to make self change. We need to grow up and we need to be or try to be better than who we are. A lot of people find that impossible to do, but I'm telling you, you can do it. I've had a lot of great mentors in my life who have helped me. Um, James Murray, Winston Hood, my uncle Tommy, Grady Hanna, Jim Tobin, um, just people who have mentored me. My brother Greg, who I learned from, uh, Mark Five. It doesn't matter what age these people are. You should always have your mind open and be able to learn something from everybody. Everybody. Because you don't know everything. And they might show you something or tell you something that you never knew. And then you're just like, wow. You know what I mean? So there have been so many different people in and out of my life. I just named men, but there have been women as well. My mother, my aunts, the young lady who I've been involved with, Alicia, um, different people, just different people who show you things or show you yourself or show you how you can go about things differently. It is what it is. You should always have an open mind and should always be willing to learn and adapt. And it's probably about time for me to get out of here. Looking at the encoder to see if it was still running, to see if I was still on. Because of course I'm past my time. But I stayed just a little bit longer because we started late, because we had some tough technical difficulties. So I felt as though I owed you guys just a little bit more time. So that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, Ray, it does. Thank you. It sounds like a good book, Ray says. I'm telling you, Ray, some of these books that I'm writing are going to changed the game. Um, it's crazy for me to just start writing last year and for God to have already placed 13 books on me. And I mean 13 different books. None of them are exactly alike. They're all different and they're all about things that happen in our daily lives. That's what the difference is. And that's why they're going to change the game and people are going to enjoy reading them. I'm telling you. I apologize, crying within. Why I Can't Love You? Does your wife know you're single? Almost. These books that I'm writing are really going to change the game and make people think, make people want more, to push away. And the titles are exactly what they say they are. They are going to change the game because they are talking about things that we deal with on a regular basis. So I say the push away, and you say, well, what's that? Real simple. How many of you have ever been in a relationship, excuse me, in a relationship with your significant other, and there comes a time when you feel as though you really want to be with that person. You've been thinking about them all day. You can't wait to get around them and be with them. And when you see them, you all lovey-dovey, you're trying to create a moment, and they push you away. So now you feel rejected. You feel rejected because now they pushed you away when you was just ready to be with them. They're pushing you away. They're not accepting your advances. So now you're wondering what the hell is going on. This isn't how it used to be. Whenever I came on to them, they responded. Now they're not responding. What's going on? Why are they pushing me away? Could be several reasons. Either they're not in the mood, tired, as some women claim, um, or they're not into you like that anymore. Maybe they got something else going on. But you're going to have to get the book to find out the push away. And it's telling why you're getting pushed away. And I mean, I think it's a good read so far. Everyone who's read it said they like it. It's from the man perspective because it's about three main characters whose two of the guys are married and their wife. Every time they try to be intimate with their wives are pushing them away, and they're trying to figure out why. So you're gonna have to get the book to figure out and see why their wives are pushing them away. One of the other guys that's married, because I said it was three, he cheats on his wife. Now, then you have to find out why now she's pushing him away. Did she find out he was cheating? You have to get the book to find out. And that's going to be the first book that drops. I'm working on getting it out now. I don't know how soon, but that's what I'm working on. So that should be coming out pretty soon. So I'm telling you, you want to get these books because we're talking about things that happen in a relationship. Like I said, the push away. Why are these guys getting pushed away by their wives? Why is the wife pushing the one guy away? Have to get the book, read it, because these are things that happen in our relationships. Like I said, you're gung ho, ready to get with her, or ready to be with him, and they push you away. Why? What's going on? I'm telling you, these books are going to change the game. It's going to be about stuff going on in the relationship. It's going to make you say, is that why they did that? I'm telling you. I'm not trying to make it seem like they're all that just because I wrote them, but they're all that. I'm just saying, they are. Oh yeah. Trust me, I think I am on the right track. I think I got something that's people are going to like. I think they're well written, and I've interviewed people, so it's not just about the knowledge and things that have happened to me, but things that have happened to other people around me, and people that I have intimate relationships with, meaning they're close to me, and people that I just pass by. Like if I'm in a store and I hear a conversation and I hear people talking about something, I go over and ask them, "Excuse me, I heard you say this. My name is Simply D. I'm writing a book, and what you just said fits the book that I'm writing. Can I talk to you some more?" I was in a Walmart and I heard a young lady say, "Yeah, I've been dealing with this guy for 5 years. His fiance does not know about me and this kid that is his. And I heard it, and I walked over to her and said, "Excuse me, what did you just say?" And she's repeated it. I said, "How old is the kid?" She said, "The kid is a year old." I said, "So you and this guy have been dealing with each other for a year?" She says, "No, we've been dealing with each other for 2 years. He's been with his fiance for, I forget how many years she said. I have it written down. And I've known every time she got pregnant, I know about it, because I think she had 2 or 3 kids. I was in dealing with him, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy." And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "So how much longer are you going to continue to deal with him? Because it sounds like he's not going to leave her to be with you." And she was like, "I don't want him to leave her to be with me because I have him. He can stay with her." And she was okay with that. She was okay with it. And I was just like, wow, that's in one of the books. So, like I say that to say my books are about real things, real situations, real people. And that's what's going to make it different, because they're about things that we go through. Everybody's going to be able to identify with every single one of those books, of those titles that I just ran off to you, and the stories in them. You're going to fall in love with some of my characters. Some of my characters you are going to hate. And that's just how it is. But they're well written. I'm having so much fun writing these books, and I'm working on 3 right now. Restless of Age, Does Your Wife Know You're Single, and Why I Can't Love You. And when I tell you, they are crazy. They are crazy. Restless of Age is about a young girl who tries to go after this older guy, and that's kind of like the story that I was telling you earlier today. So again, when I say it's a true story, it's a true story because it's something that happened to me, and I'm writing about it. Does your wife know you're single? Yeah, fellas, sorry, I'm giving up all the tapes. How you slip your wedding band off and try to go after women and talk to them, knowing damn well you're married and you shouldn't. So, does your wife know you're single? I'm giving up all the tapes, and the women are gonna love this book. It is what it is. So, I'm your man Simply D. This has been another enjoyable morning with you guys. This is Be Mindful in the Morning with your host Simply D. I did the solo thing today. I hope I didn't bore you to death. I hope you enjoyed the show, because I always enjoy being here when I'm by myself or when I'm with a co-host. Doesn't matter. I hope some of the information I gave you was informative to you, things that you didn't know, things that you should think about. And again, it's important for us to hold our city officials, state officials, government officials accountable. When they make stupid comments, we need to nail them on it. When they say something we don't like, we need to nail them on it. Um, and that's just it. We need to get out and vote. Get their behinds out of office if you don't like what they're doing. Things like that. And I had a thought. Like, what does it take to run for mayor of the city of Philadelphia? Because maybe I should run for mayor. Maybe I should. I can't do no worse than what anybody else has done. And I'm sure I can get probably the backing of some of my listeners, right? So maybe I should run for mayor of Philadelphia. I guess I need to look into it and see what needs to be done. What does it take to get your name on the ballot to run for mayor? You think I'll make a good mayor? I would get rid of the soda tax. So, anybody out there want to be my campaign manager? Hit me up. Let's talk about it. What does it take to run for mayor of the city of Philadelphia? Because we need some change. We need to get these killings down. We need to have safer neighborhoods and things like that. We need to get potholes in the street fixed. We need to probably get rid of the Philadelphia Parking Authority. Yeah, how about that? So hit me up. Now let me know. Let me know what you think. Sorry, if some people gotta be out of a job, they gotta be out of a job. But the parking authority sucks. They have to go. So that would be one of the first things I would jump on. Like, y'all either gonna chill out or we gonna get rid of y'all, because parking authority they suck. They are horrible. So that would be one of the first things I would try to do away with. Yeah, y'all gotta go. All y'all fired. So yeah, let me know what you think. Think I would be a good man? hit me up, let me know, because maybe I should run for mayor of Philadelphia, get some changes for real, instead of hearing the same old drive behind answers and we're going to do this and we're looking into it. No, what are you doing? I promise you, you would see me out and about in the community because I'm not afraid to go out and about and be in the community and try to make change. So, maybe that's something that needs to be done. I can't see your comment, Ray, because this screen keeps going off. And I'm almost out of here, I promise you, in probably another 5 minutes. But hit me up real quick. Let me know what you think. Should I run for mayor of Philadelphia? Think I make a good man? Like I said, one of my first things would be get rid of Philadelphia Parking Authority. Y'all jokers gotta go. Got to go. You bunch of crooks. What else? Get rid of the soda tax. What else would I do? Try to clean up the homeless, because there's no reason why we should have all these homeless people on the street. What else? Can't think of a whole lot of things right now because it just popped in my head. Okay, good. If you need any help, hit me up. I'm always willing to help and always willing to share information. Thicker skin? Trust me, I know people will be coming at me. You'd be surprised at how many people come at me now. I have so many haters, and I'm nobody. I'm just a small dude with a radio show who's writing books, and I got haters. I mean, it's ridiculous. What are you hating on me for? I don't have a huge bank account with billions or millions of dollars. I don't. I just don't. I just try to be honest, have fun, laugh, treat people the way I want to be treated, be respectable. And that's it. Anybody who knows me knows I try to respect everybody. Simple. That's all I try to do. I don't try to do anything different than that. So why do I have haters? Why? It's like haters just come out of the woodworks. Like you just want to hate on people. Like, here's a thought. Why don't you get a life? Why don't you get a life? You know what I mean? And stop trying to hate on somebody else's life. If you had a life and you had some interesting things going on, you wouldn't have time to hate on me or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So stop being a hater. Stop. It's not your job. Stop being a damn hater. Find something to do with your life. You know what I mean? And maybe that's the other thing. Maybe we should start finding people for hating. You know what I mean? You're just a hateful person. Maybe we should find you and have you clean up the city streets or something like that for hating, because there's no room for it. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? We got to do something about these haters, man. That's funny to me, because why are you hating? Why are you hating? I promise you, I know I have haters. My man Mark 5 got haters. Damn near everybody I know who's trying to do something positive has a hater. And that's just funny to me, because we're just simple people trying to make a small difference and trying to do us without hurting anybody. But yet we have haters. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But it is what it is. Like, you have nothing else to do with your life. Maybe you need to go somewhere and just hide yourself in a closet or go play in the mud somewhere. Because all you have time to do is hate. That's really sad. But anyway, that's been the Be Mindful show for today. I'm your man Simply D again. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope I did not offend anybody or step on anybody's toes. I just like to put information out there and give you something to think about. Simple as that. Nothing more than that. I'm not a hateful person. I'm a real person who brings it and puts it out there and make you think. Nothing else. Nothing else. If you know me, you know I'm genuine. You know I'm respectable. I love everybody until you get on that side of me. And then once you're on that side, we have a problem. We have a problem. I didn't put you there. You put yourself there. And that's where you want to stay, because you chose to go there. I didn't put you on that side. You went there. So since you're there, stay there. But I'm not a hater. Never will be. Don't want to be. This is your man Simply D. I wish you nothing but peace and love. And hopefully I'll see you all back here on the second Saturday of July. Until then, be good to yourself, try to be good to others, be respectable, and try to help someone who means absolutely nothing to you. Okay? Peace out. All right, guys, that's been it. That's it for today for the show. Again, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you'll tune in the next time. Hopefully, the next time I will not be alone. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember, this is Shador Radio. We have a lot of things going on, so don't just tune in and listen to Simply D. Tune in to listen to some of the other groups or other talk shows that we have here, the Shador family, Monday through Sunday. Guarantee you, you will listen and find someone that you like. I promise you. So, thanks for tuning in. Wish you nothing but peace and love, and I will see you guys the next time. All right? Take care.